Welcome back to our 2013 post-time year in review. You know, it is so hard to take all of the incredible, fun, educational, action-packed moments from the past season and put them all into one feature. But I'm gonna try. Where should I begin with our terrific 2013? Well, first of all, most fans know I am crazy about showing post-time blasts from the past. I love celebrating those superstars who have made an impact on Delmarva and the world of harness racing over the years, including 70s trotting champ Speedy Crown. How about his trainer-driver, Howard Beissinger, who turned 90 this year? So what did he do to celebrate? He went hand gliding. True story, that pic is not photoshopped. The ultimate blast from the past was this video I found. It's believed to be the oldest moving footage of harness racing ever, shot on an invention by Thomas Edison. Still, along the topic of history, we proved that the great pacer Dan Patch endorsed more products than Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and Tiger Woods put together. Another notable but much more current racehorse is Captain Treacherous. We took a sneak peek into his rich and famous lifestyle. Not only does this pacing phenom command Dasani water in his buckets, but he also has a stall double the size of most equines and has a 24-hour surveillance camera called the Captain Cam, which lets anyone in the world watch him via the internet. One of the most famous standardbreds of our lifetime is one who hasn't even raced yet. We followed the very, 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 very rare white Colt from a foal to a yearling sales ring when he brought $240,000 at the Harrisburg sale. A couple other harness-bred horses who made the headlines came from the first state. The miracle of Standardbred Twins being born and their incredible fight from intensive care to happy and healthy made news everywhere. I'm so proud of hosting Post Time, but in 2013, you may have thought I was handing over the reins to talented driver and all-around good guy, Corey Callahan. We had Corey talking about his bobblehead doll. We had Corey looking for a nickname, which ended up being the Captain. We had Corey getting sprayed by a skunk during a race.
I was like, oh my God, do you smell that? You know what I mean? Well, I thought everything was going to be fine. We went back in the paddock and I'm like, it's not going away.
We even had Corey hanging out with a mega movie star and Hollywood director Emilio Estevez. But driver Yannick Gingras was not about to be topped by Callahan. We got to chat with the Green Hornet about meeting Oprah Winfrey.
I'll never wash my hand again. 2 degrees to Oprah Winfrey.
Did you know that Yannick made my top 10 best colors of all time? How about the Canadian Sportsman magazine asked little old me to pick my top 10 harness racing colors in history? How cool is that? By the way, number 1 went to Daryl Bier. Hey, he can't go wrong with black, white, and stars. Also making my top 10 was my mom's colors, JoAnn Looney King. And I found a vintage 80s video of her when she was a commentator with a New York reporter, Bruce Beck. Our Oscar show was, as I like to say, off the hoof. An entire episode of A-list television and movie stars at the track. And we looked at lots of harness racing feature films that have graced the silver screen. Speaking of A-listers, we had a few of our own famous first staters on the show, as well as horse racing men and women who were good sports in this great sport.
Walter, one of the reasons you're on the show is...
Whoa.
Would you rather eat 10 pounds of cheese in one sitting or eat a bucket of peanut butter with nothing to drink? Not sure how to put this, but Joe's got a lot of kids. He's kind of like Delaware's leading sire. In fact, I'm not sure if he trains more horses or he's got more kids.
We had Bill Dawkins on the show, who brought home a gold medal in the National Senior Olympics. Right back here to Delaware.
Because you think you're good, yet you're not really good until you meet some of them old people.
Jim Wilson shared an incredible story about meeting his biological dad for the first time ever in the Harrington Raceway paddock on Father's Day. Four-legged sharpshooter Allie Oakley gave up a racing career to be a mom, had a baby named the Funkasaurus, and then decided to return to the track and win more races. Canadian racing superstar Scott Zeron shared a neat memory of his first victory when friends and family celebrated in the winner's circle by lifting his race bike right up off the ground. This past season, the harness racing community continued to impress me with their giving spirit by, once again, joining forces to support their favorite charities and causes, bringing joy to the world, no matter what season it happened to be. One great nonprofit is Harness Horse Youth Foundation. And during the summer, Harrington Raceway hosted another day camp to get the next generation involved in the sport. The warm weather also means Delaware State Fair Racing, which is starting to be known as Vic Kirby Night at the Races. There is a full card of fabulous four-legged stars, including this year's Governor's Cup winner, Malak Aswad. I took you on a few road trips. We went behind the scenes with Heather's Hambletonian Home Movies. We headed to the mountains for the huge Breeders' Crown Night at Pocono Downs. We also had a blast at the Meadowlands when we saw Foiled Again, the richest pacer in harness racing history, become the $6 million man. Foiled Again also came to Harrington for the Quillen Memorial. Yeah, I sort of was issued a restraining order by the horse, but that's a whole nother reality show. Speaking of the Quillen Memorial, this year Clear Vision won that rich final with Brett Miller in the sulky. What a race!
They're at the top of the stretch, Clear Vision and Foiled Again. They come home together, Foiled Again and Clear Vision. Here comes the wire. Look at this. Look at this, Clear Vision.
We found out that Brett is not only a great interview and a great driver, but also a great dancer. Man, did he ever cut some rug in the Meadows racetrack version of the Harlem Shake. The prestigious Progress Pace brought in another star-studded field of 3-year-olds as Sunshine Beach won impressively with the ultimate in Hall of Famers, John Campbell. Some other eye-catching races this year included the Horse Lovers United Rickshaw Rumble, a crazy, unique competition that puts the fun in fundraiser. The Battle of the Morning Disc Jockeys saw some of Delmarva's most popular radio hosts vie for bragging rights on the racetrack. The casino at Ocean Downs hosted a memorable mascot race with characters like the Baltimore Ravens Poe and the Chick-fil-A Cow, pulling popular reinsmen. Unfortunately, John Roberts had some problems with his mascot, Sherman from the Delmarva Shorebirds, who never finished the race.
What happened, Jonathan?
We sprung a shield.
And how about the great story of Regis the Horse, named for the famous TV icon, Regis Philbin. The equine was featured several times on the show Crowd Goes Wild. And I bummed a ride with Montrell Teague to New York City to watch the human Regis be blindfolded and try to guess who Montrell was on national television. Who could forget that? Although Montrell might want to. You never know what will happen on our show. We're heating up the racetrack.
Get up, Heather.
My God, I'm a broodmare too!
I bet you didn't know I do all my own stunts. Despite the risks, I don't mean just eating a donut burger at the Delaware State Fair. I gotta say, I have the absolute best job in harness racing television. Thanks for another great year of amazing memories, phenomenal fun, and spectacular racing in the standardbred sport.